Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge, and today we have Turner and Hooch, the series. This is from 2021. This is brand new. It's a Disney Plus original. Of course, it's a offshoot of the original Turner and Hooch film starring Tom Hanks from the 80s, I think. I forgot. I already forgot. I know we watched it here on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge months or years ago. Months ago. Not too terribly long ago, but I've it's been a while. So this thing is a series. It's on one season so far. It's how many episodes? 12 episodes in the first season, and it is kind of a continuation. It's obviously not the same dog. It's obviously not Tom Hanks's character, but without actually saying it or showing him, this is the son of Tom Hanks's character, Turner from Turner and Hooch, because his name is Turner. Is played by Josh Peck. His name's Scott Turner in the show, and he's a little bit a neat freak and fastidious. He's grown up to be a cop, just like his father, and suddenly, well, we get word that Tom Hanks's character. I'm assuming again. This is an assumption because again they don't make a direct reference. There's no like family photo in the background or anything else. It's assumed because it's obviously not the same dog. But they mentioned that he had a dog named Hooch, which he then adopted and trained and named Hooch as well, in a sense, because he carried the spirit of Hooch in the same way. He was very attached to that dog, and this dog is very much as slobbery as the original one, and as much of a chaos tornado as the original one as well. Of course, Josh, as his mom is sort of cleaning things up after Dad had a heart attack, Josh is given the job of taking on this dog, and his he's kind of a solitary guy. He's a bit of a neat freak. His roommate is literally named Roomy. It's his Roomba, and you could see. Never seen a more organized. I love organization. I've never seen a more organized home. He lives in San Francisco. I believe that's where the original one took place as well. He has a sister, by the way, also with a kid, and there's a expanded what do you call it? Cast. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Has a fairly deep bench of supporting characters. His partner is played by Kara Patterson. She plays Jessica, and she is also a cop, obviously, but she's pregnant, and that leads to some little bit of like, should she be on the job? But she's dedicated to doing this, and they don't really have. I mean, they're out in the street, but they're not like doing a whole ton of hard work. Like, okay, it is hard work, but I'm just saying it's not super dangerous until they get to do some babysitting of a witness protection program individual, and of course things quickly go wrong from there. Right about the same time that Scott takes on Hooch, and he seems, of course, like a liability. The dog is just a mess, and he's looking to get rid of him. And it looks like he messes up their case, but of course he kind of gets the idea that maybe Hooch could be useful, could be helpful, because he was trained by his dad, and he might have some useful skills. It's fairly predictable how this is gonna, it's not gonna be Turner and then Hooch for an episode. Obviously, it's about them growing into a buddy man and dog best friend relationship, and I think there's going to be subplots with different characters as well. There's also a love interest, a woman who knows how to train dogs and works really well with Hooch, and much better than Scott does. And she, of course, immediately has a crush on Scott the moment she sees him, and he is oblivious because he just doesn't pick up on signals very well. And they make that point very clear during their last interaction in the first episode. I only watched one episode. This is appealing. It's a fun show. This is the kind of thing I would imagine they would have put on ABC, like at 8 o'clock on a Wednesday night, like back to back with Castle, if Castle was still around. It just seems like it's a cop show, but with a dog element. It's completely family friendly, which makes it fit easily on Disney Plus. It's not going to be anything you're not going to be able to share with the kids or anything. It's lovable celebrity dog, and they're solving mysteries and crimes and taking the bad guys away. And of course, Hooch seems to be the linchpin that helps solve the cases that Scott can't figure out on his own. So, yeah, and there's lots of comedy in it, lots of goofiness, lots of silliness, and it's a sweet kind of story to it, So yeah, how can you hate a story about a guy learning to love a dog that he really didn't want at first? But it is the sort of Turner and Hooch the next generation, literally. In this case, I enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to get around to watching the rest of it, but I have a feeling that unless they've said otherwise, they'll probably make another season. I don't know. But out of 12 episodes, I've just watched one, and we'll see where it goes from there. I recommend it. It's not complicated. It's fairly predictable, but it's not like, oh my god, I gotta get to the next episode. I can't believe that the episodes. I mean, at least the pilot here is very self-contained, and you can get an idea that this is a start of something new, but there are more mysteries. There is a mystery that is presented at the very final moments of the episode that probably grows into a much bigger story arc for the entire season, if not longer. So yeah, it's handed down. So something handed down from, again, I'm assuming it'd be too much of a coincidence if it wasn't. If it was like some other people completely reconnected to the Tom Hanks, Turner and Hooch characters. So don't expect Tom Hanks to show up in this episode unless it's like a flashback or something. But yeah, don't expect him to show up in this series. I could be wrong. Maybe he does show up in a later episode. I really doubt it though. So. You can tell me otherwise. That you can spoil for me, but just don't say how or when. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
403.
403. 403. Okay. There are no shortage of shark-related content on Disney Plus right now, especially since last August or July, whenever it was like Shark Month or whatever. And there's going to be more added later this summer, I'm sure, in this quarter. But for now, we're going to be watching, it's just a stack of things just starting with the word shark. But this one, we're going to watch Shark Gangs. Like West Side Story, the sharks and the jets. There's going to be lots of shark dancing and like this, street in the streets. I'm sure that's exactly what this documentary is about. Shark gangs on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow with that.